What is up, guys? This is Sin, and I am back here with the NPA Season 4, Week number 8. And today, your Cedar Rapids Thundurus are gonna face the Colorado Rapidash. We're 1-6. We're not having a good season. Well, I'll admit, we haven't had luck on our side at all this year. But today, we're taking on the Colorado Rapidash, coached by Moonlight Swami. He's one of my closer friends on this platform, and he is one hell of a dude. And, you know, if it wasn't for, you know, all the advice he's given me and all the stuff that, you know, we've shared together, I mean, I probably wouldn't be on this platform today. So, you know, this dude and I, Swami, best of luck to you in the future. I know what you're doing here. I've watched your latest updates on your channel, and I wish you the best of luck going forward at EA Sports. So man, geez, that's incredible, man. I'm really happy for you. But this was our battle against him, and you know, we're trying to turn our luck around, but we'll see how this battle turns out today. As I press play, the only Pokemon you didn't see on my end, because my head's covering, is the Mimikyu. He brought the Mimikyu. You saw what I brought. I thought I had ideas going, but this game, we'll see how it plays out. He leads off with his Rotom Fan, and I decide to lead off with Staraptor. So obviously not the best play for me to lead off with Staraptor. I have to try and get out of there as fast as I can. So he goes out with the Intimidate. I go out with the Intimidate. So I go for U-turn immediately, because I know I can outspeed it, but I know I can't do anything against this thing. So I got to get the heck out of here. You know, so he's going to go for, I'm going to go into Gardevoir here. And Gardevoir here is not, it's got Trace, which is good. Levitate. Hey, that's, you know, we trace the Levitate. He's going to go for the Electro Web, which is going to lower my speed. But it's going to tickle. It's not going to do a dang thing. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Not really concerned about my speed at this point with Gardevoir. So I'm going to go for, or he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, get the burn. Now the next move here kind of surprised me a little bit. I mean, yes, I knew it learned this, but I didn't really expect it to be this. So I go for the Reflect to try and raise my team's physical, my physical defense. But I went up for the Reflect, thinking that, okay, maybe I can, you know, take a few hits or so. But he goes for the Hex. Now, I knew it learned it, but I did not expect him to bring that at all. Kind of threw me off guard. Did not go for the, it didn't kill, but I really had to go for Fight Z at this point, because I was like, you know, this is the best move I have at this point. Considering the fact I can't just switch in to like Starmie or anything and take the Electro Web. So I had to go for the All Out Pummeling. I knew Starmie would have killed Rotom. But we only did about 30% on that move right there. So that didn't really do a whole lot. He's going to recover with his leftovers. And we're going to be kind of in a tough situation here, because Gardevoir goes down. And that kind of leaves me in a tough situation here. So I go into Mega Charizard, because Mega Charizard can do a lot of damage as well. I did bring Physical Charizards, which means I brought D-Dance. And that is what I'm going to go for on my first turn, knowing that he can't really touch me, because now I'm just neutral to Electro Web. I'm not super effective. Actually, I'm not. No, actually, it's not very effective. So I go for the D-Dance, knowing I'm going to try and get a good setup here. This is the perfect opportunity for it. But he goes for the Defog, which is kind of weird. I didn't think he would. I don't know why he would go for the Defog. I mean, it wore off the Reflect, which is going to wear off eventually anyway. But I don't know. I don't know if it got rid of. I don't know if it gets rid of Reflect, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So he goes into Snuggles, his Mimikyu, and I make the correct play here by going for another D-Dance. I'm trying to scare him at this point. My point here is to get Swami really scared here. But Mimikyu has Red Card, so I go for the Earthquake. I could have gone for it immediately. I was thinking he may have gone into something else, but this is fine too. Well, obviously not. So the disguise was broken. I probably could have gone for the Earthquake right away, but that's very arbitrary at that point. So we're gonna go into, I get Red Carded into Sneasel, and this is that's just rough. You know, that's a one-hit KO regardless. So we're gonna have to sit there and hold that L. So now we're down 2 Pokemon. We haven't even broken his shield yet. So I bring back out Charizard, knowing that, you know, I'm not gonna be able to do a whole lot. So he's gonna withdraw his Mimikyu, and he's gonna go into his Licky, his fruit roll-up. And I'm gonna go for another Dragon Dance because I gotta set the tone. I gotta get aggressive at this point. I have to make my move. And now I go for a Flare Blitz here, thinking that, you know, hopefully I can get a kill here. But not so fast. I do a chunk of damage, about 80 to 85%, but he goes for the Dragon Tail and doesn't do a whole lot in damage-wise, but it does kick me out of the field. So it goes back into Staraptor, which is not a bad play regardless. I get the Intimidate off, which doesn't make him, you know, it pretty much makes him expendable at that point. Gotta do what I gotta do, you know? So we go for the Brave Bird, knowing that I'm not gonna take a whole lot of recoil. I know it's a safe bet regardless. So this does take care of the Licky. Not a lot of recoil, like I said. So he goes into Optimus, his Mega Aggron. And Mega Aggron is kind of scary because of all that defense. So I switch out and I go into Charizard because Flare Blitz will do a lot. Well, I won't do a lot of damage, but I do get the type advantage off. And Charizard, you know, it doesn't like, it's not like it's a bad play. He goes for the Iron Defense, which does make it a little bit tougher for me to get anything. Well, it was already hard enough to get a physical move off, but it just made it 10 times harder with the Iron Defense. So I go for a Flare Blitz to try and at least get some chip damage on this thing, and it does do a considerable amount, about 35%, or about 30 to 35%. But he goes for the Rock Slide. I anticipated this. You know, I was basically stacking off Charizard. I probably could have saved it. I don't know. It's really up to the, you know, it's kind of arbitrary at that point. But going to Starmie. So I go for the Hydro Pump and I miss. And that's huge actually, because he goes for the Rock Slide and does a considerable amount of damage on that one, about just under 50%. So the Hydro Pump miss was huge. So, and Swami knew that. Like, we talked about that after the battle. We knew how huge that miss was. He goes for another Rock Slide, and he is going to get the nice damage right there, down to about 20 health. And I'm going to go and play the safe play here and go for Thunderbolt, killing the Mega Aggron, and Starmie picks up a kill there. So, I mean, it's still technically a close battle, but there's a lot going on here that isn't really playing in my favor. So he brings out Mimikyu to do the Shadow Sneak, and that's cool. I mean, that's totally fair, but I needed to save Starmie for the life of me, because there's no rocks on the field. If there were rocks on the field, I said forget it. But there's no rocks on the field, so I gotta give Starmie a shot. You know, I gotta give Starmie a chance to get some sort of attack off. So he does miss the Shadow Sneak. I go for the Brave Bird, anticipating the kill, because the Calc said it was about a more than half chance to kill, and I took that chance, and it lives on 1. It lives on 1, and I was kind of upset at that. This doesn't kill Staraptor, but that was huge. I was kind of anticipating the kill, though. And it hurts. It hurts a lot, because I was, like I said, anticipating that it was an OHKO. It said on the calcs it was going to be an OHKO, but it wasn't. So that kind of hurts me a lot. Just a lot of variables here that are just not playing out in my favor. So I had to withdraw at this point, because I still believe I have a chance, considering there's no rocks on the field. I have to go Ferrothorn in this situation, and he goes for Electro Web. That is going to tickle. That is going to do zero, well, basically nothing. And I get my speed falling, which doesn't hurt me at all, because Ferrothorn is already slow enough as it is. So I really don't care about that. What we do now, he does go for the Will-O-Wisp, which actually does play out in his favor, because obviously I can't just go for Power Whip and do my thing. So I go for Stealth Rock, trying to get some nice little chip damage off of his Pokemon. And, you know, that plays out in my favor heavily. I wanted to try and get that advantage at least a little bit. I could have probably switched out at this point, but, I mean, I don't know that for sure. The Hex isn't really doing a whole lot, but I'm trying to do dwindle damage on this Feral, or this Rotom, and it's doing pretty much nothing. I can't really say a whole lot about this, but my situation hasn't been good since the Hydro Pump miss. I haven't been really able to do a whole lot. Gyro Ball again, and it does basically nothing. And it's gonna, I think this is gonna be like a little repetitive scene here for the next couple of plays. He uses Defog, gets rid of his rocks, so that's a thing. So I went back to Stealth Rocks, I do believe. I know I went to Gyro Ball again because I knew I could probably live one more. Knowing that he went for Defog kind of hurts me, but I'm okay with just where I'm at right now, because I think I'm anticipating that I could live one more Hex, but he goes for the withdrawal and goes out for Steve, which I think is his Crocodile. So I go for Stealth Rock again, and thinking that, okay, maybe I could get rocks back up or something. He goes for Stealth Rock as well, knowing the fact that if I go back into these guys, they're pretty much dead. And I go for Power Whip, and I get a nice, not a whole lot of damage off because I'm already burned. So that kind of hurts me a little bit. Power Whip didn't do a whole lot, so it doesn't really matter. He goes for his Z move, which is a Ghost Z move, which I don't know why, but I mean it worked, but I don't know why. He goes for Z Snatch, and I think that's the dark one. That's the dark one, and I miss a Power Whip, so lovely. Another piece of hacks in that battle. The game was just telling me today that I'm just not gonna win, and you know, there's nothing I can do. I'm gonna sit here, hold my L, and I guess I'll be happy with it. I have no other choice but to be. So anyway, he has Moxie, so which definitely does not help me at all. Go into Star Set. This is pretty much telling me like GG, game over. So I can't really do anything. I can't. I physically can't. Then the final one here, Star Raptor's dead due to rocks. So that is going to be a 4-0 loss to Swami, and that hurts. It really does. Because I had a lot of bad luck on my side this game. The invisible focus dash, when I was told I had like a 75% chance to Oko. The red card into Sneasel pretty much made me ineffective. That was a lucky play on Swami's part. Not hating on Swami at all for what he did. I mean, good job on Swami on getting the victory in the first place. But the Power Whip miss, not that it really mattered, but it still happened. And then the Hydro Pump miss. That was the biggest one, I think. Because, you know, the more damage I save, the better. Especially on Starmie, because it's a fast, hard-hitting killer. But it's really hard to kind of win when the game just does not let you win or give you a chance to do so. So that puts us at 1-7 to go into our bye week, and there probably won't be any videos until after PAX. There's a big event that I'm going to, and that is, like I just said, it's PAX. And I will be vlogging the entire weekend, all throughout the entire adventure through the airport, all the way back to my lovely abode here in Iowa. So if you guys like the video, make sure you guys drop a like. If you're new to the channel at all, subscribe. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things and trying to make myself a relevant YouTuber again. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.